No time for tinkering? Hello and welcome to episode 59 of Throwing Your Parents Under the Bus. With me today is veteran crash investigator and driver safety expert Mike Peel. How are things going with you, Mike?
Awesome. Glad to be here.
Great. Well, good to hear. And of course, our keeper of enrichments, Natasha Johnson, is not with us yet, but she's on the mend, and we hope to have her back next week. So, once again, I will give you an observation this time from enrichment number 7 that asks students to get their parents or a local mechanic to show them how to check out the tire pressure, the changing white windshield wipers, if possible, maybe the headlight bulbs, and also to learn how to check the oil dipstick and learn when you need to change your oil on the car. In essence, maintenance. Here's what our student Nara from Robbinsdale had to say about this assignment. I enjoyed hearing about how to do these mechanic/repair jobs on the car. But what made me think the most was not the jobs themselves, but the mindset of today's population towards them. My dad said that when he was younger, and you, Mike, he's talking to you, Mike Peel, would
Yes,
remember this too. He says that people would love to spend time just tinkering around on their cars. Not just to fix them, but fixing up an old broken car was fun too. But just to make minute improvements. Sorry, I lost my train here. I'm going to just start this part over, but you don't have to worry about it. I'll just click it, okay? I'm going to pick it up from here. Here's what our student Nara from Robbinsdale had to say about this assignment. I enjoyed hearing about how to do these mechanic repair jobs on the car. But what made me think the most was not the jobs themselves, but the mindset of today's populations toward them. My dad said that when he was younger, and of course, he's thinking of you, Mike Peel, as well,
of
would remember
course.
this too. He said that people would love to spend time just tinkering around on their cars, not just to fix them, but fixing up an old broken car was fun too. But just to make a minute improvement and tailor your car to your personality, louder, quieter, fancy, whatever. He says most people are now leaving it to the experts. And even in the case of an oil change. And while I entirely agree with the idea that some things are best left to those who have the right tools and more experience, it would be really good for everyone today to know how to do some simple things as in oil change. And my dad says he blames that mindset on two things that really are the same. Computers. You can't really tinker around on a computer controlled vehicle. You don't know what you're touching without technology. And these days, people are so attached to their devices that most people just have no time for just playing with their cars, seeing them as a way to get from point A to point B rather than an intricate, complicated, well-designed marvel of engineering. Well, this was really a great enrichment and great observation. Mike, what do you have to say?
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. Well, and I just want to say really quick, we in Anoka, Minnesota, all summer they have car shows, antique car shows every Saturday, and they are packed full of cars and people. So I think Nara's on to something.
Yes, and once again, enrichment number 7.
Yes.
So we have with the students, they have to do special things with their parents, and just a little list that in a normal driver's ed board 3-hour classroom, they're going, oh, let the clock run out so we can go home. You know, a student and a dad goes out to their car and they have some fun. And
Yeah.
guess what? It wasn't a 3-hour course. Probably ended up being 5 hours. And the kids going, tell me more, tell me more. That was an old song,
That's
right? So young, yeah. Tell me
1950s or
more. Does
something.
he, what did it say? Tell me more, tell me more. Does he have a car? Right? That's what
Yes.
it is. So talking about cars. But anyway, um, yeah, you know what? In today's car, by the way, for the listeners out there, I had a 69 Camaro, 327, four-speed, raced it at North Star Drag Strip. Awesome. And you know what we did when we got to high school? We opened up our hoods and we looked at engines. How boring was that? We
Probably
opened
great.
up,
And I think I have a picture of, I've seen a picture of you with your long hair, looking
yes.
cool.
We opened up our hoods and everybody looked at engines for why? Why? Because you know what? We did it. You could in 5 minutes change a battery. Today we have to take a, I mean, we have to almost take the chassis off the car to get at the battery. Matter of fact, some of the batteries are in the floor in the back seat underneath it. I mean, yeah, it's, technology is so compact inside that car that if you don't know what you're doing tinkering, the statement was really right. It can cost you thousands of dollars. So my son has a new Super Duty 350 pickup and, extended warranty on cars, brand new. They told him he needs extended warranty on computers in the truck. And I think they said there's like five or six or seven different computers in there. And just the extended coverage was like 1,200 bucks. But each one of them computers are another two, three, $4,000. So, I mean, what do you do? I mean, geez, you built this thing, can't you guarantee it's going to work? But oil changes, I don't change my own oil anymore because when you balance out the price versus them doing it, I want them to just deal with it. I don't want the mess. I have a grandson that's a mechanic in I just he graduated a couple of years ago in mechanic school, and he still does the same thing, kick the tires, open the hoods. You got this in your car, you got that in your car. This one's a piece of junk, this one's not, the old mechanic talk. Um, but my opinion is let the technology stuff to the mechanics who has the machine to read it. Don't If you don't have the machine to read these new cars, do not start tinkering with buttons. You will make a mess out of that real quick. But there's old car shows all over. Go watch. Well, they always open the hoods at them.
They open the woods, they decorate them, and really, you can probably get an old junker. And I think for a hobby for kids and maybe their fathers, maybe and the daughters and the women, it would be a good hobby to get away from TV and phones.
Yes. And one more thing here, Nara, that was really, I want everybody to pay attention to is the things that you really do need to pay attention to is your tire pressure is a must. Tire pressure, checking your oil. You need to know how to check the oil. That'll ruin a motor. Um, Fluids,
Windshield.
windshield washer fluids. There's there's a day coming up that you're going to wish you did this. And it's going to be a whole bunch of salt in the winter time all over your windshield. And you're going to hit the button and it's going to make it worse because there's no more fluid. And you're going to be in a whole bunch of traffic and you're going to go, what do I do? And you cannot roll your window down and spit on the outside of your windshield to
I
make
will say
sure.
I had my car. I would have it, and then it would rain, and I would use the wipers, and then I went, I have to get new wipers. And then I'd get
Yes.
home and I'd forget about it until it rained again. And finally, one day I said, I remembered. So I went and got it done, and it was amazing to have a clean, versus streaks because of the rubber. And took 2 minutes. And I went to uh I think it's O'Reilly's the auto parts, and the guy came out and did it for me. And
Yes.
it was $30. I went, well, that was the best time, 10 minutes and $30, and I can see.
And O'Reilly's does a great job for all of us.
Mhm.
Also, a great tip on that is if you have bouncy windshield wipers and they like this, if you get home and you take rubbing alcohol and you
Oh,
clean your blades off really good with rubbing alcohol, that sometimes will correct that and prolong you having to spend the $30. But O'Reilly's will take good care of you. So there
good.
you go.
All right. Well, this was great. Thanks, Nara, for helping us out with a great
Yes.
observation and kind of a nice topic for today. And of course, we want to thank all of you for joining us. And we hope that you spread the word because we love to help create smarter, safer drivers. And if you have any questions or any stories you'd like to help us, you can see below that there's information of how to get in contact with us. And with that said, I guess we're going to say
Drive safe.
ridesafe.com.
Have
Thanks
a
for
good one,
watching.
everyone.